Hi everyone, welcome to our next Teachitright Tuesday update video. These are the messages for the 23rd of November and we look forward to going through this video with you. We've got a number of things that we want to cover off, so we will make a start. So just a reminder, this is the next Teachitright Tuesday update video. We hope you found these useful throughout the academic year, and certainly it's a good way of us communicating things to you, and I hope you have an opportunity to watch them through. We have also sent out a supporting email, of course, with this video, and there are various links and things on there for you as well, so please do take a look at some of those things. First thing to talk to you about are some of the messages that come out of our centres. I have actually kept one of the messages on there from last week, which did talk about what we would ask, please, if your child is going to be absent. Please do ensure that you contact our office via email, or you can do that over the phone, just to inform us that your child will not be coming along. Particularly because then we can relay that to the tutors. I know some people have been emailing the tutors, but unfortunately they haven't always been able to pick up those messages, generally because they're either teaching at that time or they haven't got access to their emails. So please do inform the office. It's certainly very important at this time with having children being off because of COVID that we are able to inform people in the centre and let the tutors know. The second message is actually about parking, and this is to just talk about parking actually specifically at Trevelyan Middle School. As many of you will know if you are at Trevelyan, they have put some barriers across the car park, and this is really just to ensure that people don't park too closely to the school. We do have some staff members that do need to be able to park close, particularly in terms of taking out resources, and certainly with goodie boxes being taken into the centre, they need to be able to get as close to the school as they can. But we would ask parents please to stay the other side of the barriers that have been put up, and this really is for two reasons really. A, to ensure that your child is kept safe, and certainly children running across the car park and things, we want to ensure that the children are safe, and this also allows you to walk out and be safe while you're standing outside the reception area. So please would ask parents to park the other side of the barrier rather than close to the reception. Thank you very much. Those are the two main messages that I wanted to get across from the centres this week, and we'll move on to the next slide. As you know, we are offering from January, we are offering top-up classes. Now, just to be clear, those top-up classes will cover off both the variations for GL assessment and also for CEM. We're very lucky to have Jyoti Bassi and Hilary Mail delivering those sessions, and these will run on a Sunday, and they're for an hour and a half, and this will cover off any of the differences between those exam boards. We've had a number of people sign up for these courses, particularly CEM, and if you are interested in the GL, then please do let us know. These can be booked online on our Teachitright website. And if your child is going for both CEM and GL, it really is important that they are able to attend these classes to deal with those variations. The last thing we would want is a child turning up for their exams and not being familiar with the content and the question types that are set. And there are some differences. I'm sure you're aware of the similarities, but there are differences. And the email today also has the attached flyer again about the top-up classes, so you're fully aware of exactly what those variations are. There will also be supporting homework videos as well. This is something that we didn't do last year that we're going to add in, really to help your child at home with going through any of their homework that they've done, so please look out for those. The next thing to pass on to you is about our parent workshops via Zoom. We had a great session on Sunday talking about GL non-verbal reasoning and also spatial reasoning as well. We have had a slight shift in dates for our next one. Originally it was planned for Sunday, the 28th of November, but we've had to move it to the 29th of November, the Monday between 5 to 7 p.m. If you are unable to make it, due to the change of dates, we will be recording this session as well. So hopefully this will be something you can still attend. We've also recorded the previous GL assessment parent workshop, and that has been sent out to you today if you are interested in watching that back. These sessions are very useful for us to talk to you about the different question types, provide you with some tips and hints on how to approach the questions, and really empower you as well so you can support your child at home with that particular topic area. So hopefully you can join me on Monday the 29th of November between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. The next exciting announcement that we've got, as you may remember, back in October, we ran a creative writing course over half term, and Josephine Allen, one of our wonderful tutors, has said that she'd like to do another one over the February half term. We know that the February half terms unfortunately are not the same in every local authority, but we've tried to base it on where we feel most of our children are based, and certainly the Berkshire half term, 21st, 22nd and 23rd of February should hopefully fit in with your children's holiday dates. This is open to Key Stage 2 students. And the last one, as I say, was really, really great. Loads of our children really enjoyed the sessions with Josephine. Josephine will be focusing on creative writing and how to boost their writing skills. The timings are 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So it's a bit like a school day. So children would need to bring along their packed lunch with them. And as I say, the last one was really successful. And we hope your child could either come to the next one. It will be different from the one that we ran in October. We will be planning it slightly differently if children do want to come to both. And certainly detailed feedback and all the materials will be provided. So if you're interested in coming along for that creative writing camp in February, then that can be booked via our website. We did announce last week Billy's Creative Christmas, and we haven't had any entries yet, but I'm sure children are going to be able to hopefully take part in this and have a go at writing a story of 500 words with the title Billy the Bookworm Saves Christmas. Please do send through your entries to Carly Neighbour, who is going to be judging this competition, and that can be done via info@teachitright.com. The closing date we have made for the 31st of December, so it does give children the opportunity over the holiday period to sit down and write us a really exciting story with that following title. There are some awesome prizes to be won, some vocabulary flashcards and also quiz flashcards as well. So well worth entering and having a go. There will be free prizes to give out, a first, a second and a third. So we'd love children to have a go, and certainly this is another opportunity for us to have a look at your child's writing skills. Louise Swan continues to do her book club on a Sunday, and I actually popped in at the weekend. It was lovely to see the children there. Some regular faces. We've had a few children who have not missed a single one, which is wonderful, and coming along, sharing snippets of their own book. As you may remember, Louise did focus on a Ted Hughes text, which I know went down very well with the children on Sunday. They really enjoyed hearing those stories read by Louise there. And this week, she's going to focus on an autobiography, in actual fact, Malala. And this story of standing up for girls' rights, you've probably seen Malala mentioned quite a bit in the press. So if you would like to come along and join Louise on Sunday afternoon, that's the book that she's going to be sharing with the students. But it's another opportunity for children to read out loud, which I know the kids have thoroughly enjoyed doing with Louise. Homework Support Club is still there, and been lovely to have so many children dropping into that. I know that is getting quite a busy club, and Tahira Arshad is doing her best to get round to everyone and answer all the questions. So please do carry on using that. I know Tahira is also adding in some vocabulary related questions just to boost that element, but it is mainly for children who want help with their homework. And as I've said on many times before, it is a set period of time which can also allow children to get their homework done on a Monday and potentially leave the rest of the week free. So do come along if you want to for Year 4 between 5:30 and 6:30. Year 5's the second hour, 6:30 to 7:30. This club does run during the term time, so obviously over the Christmas holidays it won't be running, but certainly we've got plenty of Mondays still left for children to come along and find out if they want any more support with their homework. Now, I thought this week part of the tip of the week would actually focus on closed tests. One of the reasons for talking about closed tests with you is we know that out of a lot of the CEM questions, these can sometimes be the most challenging. And what I've chosen to look at with you today is partial words. And had some lovely discussions in the centres, and certainly at Reading on Saturday, we're talking to children about ways of working these out, tips and tricks, and they were coming up with some brilliant ideas. But certainly giving children the confidence with these kind of questions is really important. And I've chosen one from one of our recently published Collins books, and this is titled The Planets. And I wanted to just have a look at it with you about ways of trying to answer these questions and work out what letters go into the gaps. So just let me grab a pen quickly just so I can put those letters in the boxes for you. The first thing I think to think about is what prior knowledge you might already have about the title. So when we think about the planets, a child could think what they already know about planets, because there may well be knowledge that they can then apply to the text. And I think one of the key strategies is reading beyond the gap. This is something we talk to children a lot about, to put those words in context and understand what that missing word would be. And I think sometimes children stop at the word with the missing letters and they don't read beyond. So just going a little bit further, and that may certainly give them a clue. And I think also utilising the letters that are already there, because if you are given a prefix or a suffix or some letters that can maybe give you that subtle hint to what that word could be. I think the second thing that I would certainly implore on all of our children to do with this is once they feel that they've put in all the letters into the words, or they've done most of them, to actually read the text as a whole, because that can also provide further contextual clues on what the passage is about and help them fill in those gaps. So let's have a little look. I something if you know that scientists. I something if you know that scientists something call Earth the Goldilocks planet. And it's kind of asking a bit of a question. I something if you know. And if we look at the letters that were already given, the word we're looking for here is wonder. I wonder if you know that scientists. Now, the important thing here, of course, is spellings as well. And when we talk about wonder as in to think, it's gone O, rather than an A. So I'm going to put an O in there. And then wonder is obviously going to end ER. And in that particular one, we've only got to put 2 letters in to complete that word. So we're now going to go back, read the sentence to link into the next word. I wonder if you know that scientists something call Earth the Goldilocks planet. Now, this may not be all the time, so the word we're looking for here, and the letters probably give us quite a bit of a clue, is sometimes. Scientists sometimes call Earth the Goldilocks planet. Can you something why? Again, a question, which I think really, really helps. And also the ending of this word has 2 S's. So can you guess why? It is because it is the only planet in our solar system that can something life. Now, this isn't an easy word, but it's a word that we're looking at for a synonym for maintain or keep going with life. And the word we're looking for here is sustain. Hold life, if you like. Now that I'm at the end of that first short paragraph, it is worth just reading it through. This is the kind of double checking we want children to do. I wonder if you know that scientists sometimes call Earth the Goldilocks planet. Can you guess why? It is because it is the only planet in our solar system that can sustain life. And that all seems to grammatically make sense. It is something too wet nor dry. And the word we're looking for here is neither. Neither too wet or dry, too hot nor cold, and therefore its conditions are just right for living. And the word we're looking for here, and I think certainly the ending part helps you here, is creatures. So again, you can see that certainly the letters that are there, trying to put it into context. I often feel sometimes just reading it with a bit of expression. Now I appreciate in the examinations, children would have to do this in their head, but just looking out for things like question marks, for example, that can provide those further clues to help them complete them. I'm also aware that these can be quite difficult, and we certainly don't want children to get upset by them or frustrated with not being able to complete them. And sometimes it's just about getting as many words as you can to get those additional marks. Just to reveal down the side here, these obviously are the words that we've added in, and as you can see, they are all okay. So, the tip of the week this week is around closed tests. Keep persevering with them, keep working hard. We will certainly do lots more as the years progress, or as the year progresses rather, in terms of ensuring that children can get confident with this element. Moving on now to the resource feature of the week, and I've chosen a set of flashcards this week. Now, we will often recommend different products and resources for you to use at home, but we certainly felt, certainly with maths at the moment, anything we can suggest that will help boost their skills. We did look last week at an app which will help with times tables, but this is a resource that is produced to contain all the content of the 11 plus exams and also support children with things like Key Stage 2 SATs. And there are certainly wonderful questions in here with lots of techniques and strategies, but it's very much a contained box of all the different things that they need to cover in maths. And we certainly thought it might be worth recommending. The novel concept is that children have a key ring and they can add cards onto the key ring once they feel they're secure with them as well. So certainly well worth having a look into. You can get it on Amazon. I think it ranges between sort of £7 up to £10.99. I think I've seen it for. So do have a little look, as it can fluctuate in cost, but certainly well worth purchasing. We do actually have a regular contact with the people that produce these cards, and they're always looking at ways of updating them and further improving them, but they're certainly a very, very good resource to look into. Just finally, our important dates. So Louise's book club will be on the 28th of November on this coming Sunday. As I said, she'll be looking at the Malala text. Homework club will be on Monday evening as we go forward. And our CM non-verbal parent workshop, and this was really a key reminder, has shifted from the 28th to the 29th of November between 5 to 7, but it will be a recorded session. Last week I added in the dates for the holidays because I know some parents have asked us. The last session for Teachitright is on Sunday the 19th of December. Lessons will resume on Tuesday the 4th of January. So, as Billy suggests there, get those dates in the diary and you won't forget them. Thanks very much. We hope you found this video beneficial. Thank you very much for joining me yet again on a Tuesday Teachitright video session. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.